up, though? This is your boy Beezy, back again with another Dead and Hip Hop solo review. Today I got the homie Big Stowe here with me, Skyping me in. Me and Big Stowe been like chopping it up for like almost 2 years on Twitter. He's a huge fan of Dead and Hip Hop show. Been chopping it up with me for a good minute, and we both like huge Apollo Brown fans. So I figured, what's the better way to have the homie come and do the solo review with me of the project Ugly Heroes that we'll be talking about today, man. What's up, Big Stowe? Talk to the people, man. Let them know where you from.
Man, what up, Big Stowe, PaulMear.com, here with the homie Beezy, to do some Ugly Heroes review. I really enjoyed the project, personally. I actually had not heard of Verbal Ken or Red Pill before this project, so yeah. It was interesting to hear Apollo Brown pretty much co-sign these dudes on the project.
Yeah, the thing I was really, amazed about this project was the fact that, Apollo Brown took two MCs, Red Pill, Verbal Ken, one from Detroit, one from Chicago, with two completely different styles, and with his production and the way he have these two MCs mesh together and sound well together. You know what I'm saying? They two separate styles. You got Red Pill, they got the more, hype, speaking out loud type of vocal, and then you got Verbal Kent that had the more monotone, chill, laid back type of flow, just kind of stayed the same monotone voice throughout the whole project. And the way he meshed these two MCs together, I thought it made them sound well together. I thought it was, absolutely amazing. You know what I'm saying? Well, not absolutely amazing, but I thought it was well done, and it's like, it's cool that Apollo Brown can work with someone as popular as Ghostface, work with a legend like OC, work with, underground legend like Guilty Simpson, and then just come and pull two MCs that I'm admitting I'm unfamiliar with. I never heard these dudes until this project, Red Pill and Verbal Kent. And I was pretty pleased how they delivered, well over this Apollo Brown production. I mean, no disrespect to them MCs. I thought, of course, Apollo Brown was, of course, the star, the highlight of the show, because, whenever you see produced entirely by Apollo Brown, you listening for beats, for head nodding beats. So I thought it was great for Apollo Brown to put these two together. And of course, Apollo Brown did his thing on the production side. Consistently, he did it. He did his thing, man. So shout out to them for doing that, and Verbal Kent and Red Pill for keeping up the album well. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, man, I completely agree. Even from the because this isn't the first time Apollo Brown did this, where he had the little intro at the beginning with was the two guys walking into the market, you know what a hero feels like? It's right. Nah, I don't know. And then just he just got hit in the face with Desperate, which was it was an amazing way, I think, to start the album. I think my favorite quote from that one was Red Pill said, economy is down, suicides are up, we'd rather die by the gun than let the world be the end of us. That, oh my goodness, that line was just, it was a good way to start the album, for sure.
Man, also, I think another standout track on there for me was Graves. I mean, the lead single. Yeah, I would think that was the lead single for the album was Graves. I heard that first before I saw that interview with the where they had gave a preview of the album, but Graves was that joint. You know what I'm saying? What was you about to say?
I slept on that track because I tried not to listen to anything before the album came out, and I think it was a week before or something like that. I finally listened to the single, and yeah, that was a really good track to have. It's pretty much the central theme of the album, just that these are people that are stuck in, like I said, blue collar jobs. You have people, I think Red Pill was talking about people selling drugs outside of his job, and just the whole grind that, I don't know, they kind of make it seem like society has pushed us to have to kind of do these other things in order to just survive in America and stuff like that. So.
And they also speak on, they living on such hard times that, sometimes you living in life is so bad or so down that, sometimes people get suicidal. Like Red Pill said, the suicidal rate is up, going up, because people are so down on times that, hey, you can't do no more but just kill yourself and end it all the way so I won't have no problems. You know what I'm saying? And, it's like these dudes, man, they speaking some real shit, man. Like, really, I can see how somebody cannot relate to this mostly because, of course you're going to have those songs and those rappers that's talking about lavish stuff, balling stuff or whatever. Sometimes I can't understand how a poor person can relate to or like or enjoy it. It's like, but then you got these MCs that's talking about, hell, I'm struggling too, just like you. I'm trying to survive. You know what I'm saying? I'm working a lot of long hour jobs and all that stuff, long shifts and stuff like that, trying to survive. So it's like it's good to have, you know, these blue collar guys to be heroes. You know what I'm saying? I think that's why you call it ugly heroes, because it's not flashy, it's not pretty. It's like they're still, living their life day to day and trying to survive, and they ugly heroes, man. So you can appreciate stuff like that on this project. That's why I appreciate Verbal Kent and Red Pill on this project for them speaking that.
Man, absolutely. I kind of equated, at least when the first couple times I listened to the album, I equated the production to more of the Trophies style that he did, just because I felt like with Dice Game, it was just so hard hitting and just hard drums. I think with Ugly Heroes and Trophies 2, it was a little more like subdued, just a little bit. It's still, you can still tell that it's Apollo Brown with samples, and you still kind of get those hard drums, but you could tell they're kind of, they fit the mellow and personal rhymes of Kent and Red Pill. So Apollo Brown, he has yet to steer us wrong, and this is another example.
Yeah, I agree, man. This is like everything Apollo Brown has touched has just been gold, as far as in my opinion. Starting with Reset, Clouds, The Left, Daily Bread, Trophies, Dice Game, and then this. So it's just like, dude, everything this dude's touched has just been gold. And it's like, at this point now, it's just like Apollo Brown, he just mastered his style. He mastered his production style. And it's like, some people criticize producers for, switching something up. Or some people criticize them and some people praise them if they do it well. But like, for me at this point, I really don't want Apollo Brown to really switch up anything. Like, he's one of those producers to me where it's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Stay doing exactly what you doing, Apollo Brown, with these head nodding, hard bass drums, beats, everything, man. Like, keep it that. I mean, consistency is the key. I'm telling you, consistency. Keep it consistent. I love it, man. Just don't even switching up. Don't even try anything different, man. I mean, not saying I'm gonna hate you if you do. I'm pretty sure if you switch it up, it'll be good. But keep doing what you're doing. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I love the production. Just keep doing it. That's what I would say.
That's exactly how I feel. I know I was like reading a couple of reviews on this project beforehand, and there were some people that were like, man, Apollo Brown's so predictable now, like, I don't know. And I'm just like, no, this is called consistency. Like, this is a sound that not too many producers, or any for that matter, are really doing right now, with just such hard, like, you cannot help but nod your head when his beats are coming on. And I think if he honestly were to change it, it would be, I mean, I'm sure he would do good with it, but people are always going to miss that little vinyl crackle in the background, the hard-hitting snares and bass in the back. Like, you can't, and the samples, come on now, like, you can't, he never steers us wrong, and he's done it again with this one, too.
I also thought, too, the way, they finished the album out with Push and, what's the name of it again? What's the name of it? Impaired Judgment. I thought, man, and Impaired Judgment was from Clouds. It was off of Clouds instrumental, and it's like, it's cool because like it's like Apollo Brown has been taking some of my favorite beats off of Clouds that I'm like, man, I want to hear MC spit over this. I want to hear MC rhyme over this particular beat. He did it, with Trophies. He did it with Dice Game, where I was like, okay, that beat was from Clouds. I'm glad someone spit over that. And then he did it with this again when he did it with Impaired Judgment. I thought with that beat, when I heard it on Clouds, I was like, yes, I want somebody to rip over that shit, because that was another one of my favorite beats off that instrumental album, and they killed it, man. The way they were just talking, like having Impaired Judgment, just going crazy from alcoholism to doing drugs and stuff like that. I thought that was great, and then with Push, with that, it started off with them horns, and then them cymbals came in, and the hi-hats and the drums. I was like, oh yeah, Push was dope, man. I loved the way they finished the album.
Yeah, man, Push. I said this when I reviewed it. Man, Push was the absolute perfect way to end the album, because you go through the album, and I think another thing I appreciated about the project was the bounce. Going into it, when I watched that interview that they had put up, it kind of made it seem like it was going to be a extremely dark project. Yeah. But like, they balanced it well with, yes, there's some personal stuff and dark stuff going on, but they also had songs where, we're going through this rough stuff, but it'll all end up okay anyway. And Push was just the culmination of all that stuff. It's like, yeah, we're struggling out here, but you know what? We're gonna make it in the end. And I'm not gonna front. Red Pill's verse on that one has probably one of my favorites of this year so far, because he killed it. Yep. Killed it.
Yeah, and you touched on something else that I was going to say too with that when you mentioned on In Push. But I'm glad that they kind of also, as well as, speaking about hard times, throughout this album, they was also speaking on, you saw a softer side. They was speaking on relationships, on what's that, Never Let Go. They're just speaking, different people that they care about in their life. It just shows that, yeah, we struggling, but, we saw the softer side. We still care about people. We still care about loved ones or relationships or whatever. They touched on that as well. The content was spread out very well, I think, good on this album. So that joint was the way they touched on that was good. Yeah, man, like I said, man, Apollo's production, man, and bring these two MCs together, it's just, I think it's good, man. I hope this is a start of, the many projects we're going to get from them in the future. I hope this can be, and not to compare them or say they're going to be just as great or they, just as great as this group, but I hope this would be a start of like Little Brother, like how Knife Wonder took, got Big Pooh, Fonte, and they made something special, and I hope we can see this with Ugly Heroes. Apollo Brown bring these two MCs, and then we know what they about now, so it's like now I want to see what they're gonna do on the future projects, what they're gonna talk about, what subjects they're gonna tackle on the next upcoming projects. I hope we can see the start of this on this project, man. This was good. This was thoroughly. I enjoyed this project a lot. I think my only negative, I guess, or negatives you could say about this project is this, like, is, I guess, like you said, consistency. You know what I'm saying? It's like no tracks on here like really like grab me or pull me in where I was like, oh shit, hell yeah, like this track here, oh yeah, this track here, oh yeah, this track right here is, it wasn't none of those. It was just consistent throughout the whole project. Some people can like it, some people cannot like it, or whatever. But I appreciate it because I expect that from Apollo Brown. It's consistency. So that's one thing I can say, which is small. It wasn't nothing that grabbed me out on this project. And another thing is, the MCs, they're not really as charismatic as probably if you probably want them to be. But I think they fit the theme. I guess where they was going with Ugly Heroes for this project. I guess they wasn't supposed to be charismatic on this, maybe. So that would be my only small little, I guess, negative about it. But other than that, I still enjoyed this project thoroughly.
I mean, I agree with you on the negatives. It's not something that's like an instant classic or anything like that. But it's just 15 solid tracks of just solid hip hop. Everybody can take something from this. Whether you take the really personal songs like Desperate and Push and stuff like that, or if you take the more songs where they're kind of doing the battle rap style, like Good Things Die and stuff like that. Yep. So there's something there for everyone. And like I said, I agree with the charismatic thing. I guess that was my only problem with Verbal Kent. He's got that monotone like voice that just, there were some of the hooks on there that I just wasn't really feeling that much because he didn't really seem into it. But definitely a solid project. Because if you're an Apollo Brown fan, there's really no reason you shouldn't pick this up. Kent and Red Pill, they bring a diverse set of topics to the album, and there's really no reason you shouldn't pick this one up.
That's one thing I love about most of Apollo Brown albums that I noticed that he's been doing. Is like you start off with a grimy intro that sets the theme of the album, and then you just get after that you just get tracks, just strictly hip hop joints, man, for the rest of the album. No little interludes and nothing. And another good thing about it is that these no features. And I'm glad by him bringing these two MCs that I'm not familiar with, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people are probably not familiar with. It's good that I didn't get 3, 4, 5 features on they first really big project together. I want to know what Red Pill and Verbal Kent has to offer. You know what I'm saying, as a whole project. So I'm glad that this project didn't have not one feature, nothing. It was just straight up Apollo Brown, the soulful, grimy, honest production, and you got these two MCs that's just bringing a game, which I hope it is the A game. If it's not, I hope I hear something better from them. It'd be even better, doper or whatever. But I'm glad that I didn't get no features. Overall, this was just I love this project, man. What you got to say, Big Sto?
Ah man, there's like I said, picking up this project. I've been excited for ever since I saw, or because I remember Paul Brown had been tweeting about it last year. Even he was like, "Hungry Heroes, it's coming." I was like, "What the heck?" And once they released that interview, which was actually really good marketing by Mellow Music Group, because like I said, I'd never heard of Red Pill or Kent before this project had been released, and once I saw that interview, I was like, man, this is about to be fresh. I copped it at like 11:15, like as soon as I saw that tweet. But I played it back and forth for like these last couple of weeks, and I was impressed. It's good to see, and like you were saying, I kind of hope that this is the next Little Brother. The producer, two MCs that work well together, that both have stories to tell. But at the same time, they're still diverse in their rhyme scheme, and they're each their own separate MC. Yep. So every hip hop fan's gonna be able to pick up something from this album. Hip hop heads are gonna absolutely love the Paul Brown soulful production, yep, and everything like that. Lyrics are dope. It's just it all came full circle from the intro all the way to push at the end. So go cop this project, and hopefully this turns you guys on to Mellow Music Group, because what they're doing is just absolutely amazing. Don't sleep.
Yeah, man, Mellow Music Group, man, huge fan. I've been rocking with y'all for years now, man. I know Big Stoke can co-sign, man. Just been rocking with y'all every time y'all release shit, man. Y'all just been killing shit, man. I love it. Y'all keep it up. Do not stop. Please don't stop. I'm gonna get my Ugly Heroes, Paulo Brown and Red. I'm gonna get my vinyl. I had to order it, but I had to get that digital as soon as it released, man. I couldn't wait. I had to get it as soon as it released at midnight, man. So I got my vinyl, man. I'm gonna get my vinyl. It should be coming in the mail pretty soon. So I ordered that joint. But Mellow Music Group, man, keep doing y'all thing. I love it. Big Stowe, appreciate you, being on this review with me. Glad I was able to chop it up with you today, brother. And this your boy Beezy, man. Another solo review. Check y'all out. Comment section. Hit us up in the comment section. Follow us on Twitter. I'm pretty sure the Twitter feed came up on the screen at some point. So follow both of us. Follow Big Stowe too as well, man. Check out his music. He's an MC as well. That's one thing too, man. Big Stowe, he's been a fan of Dead and Hip Hop, man, but he don't spam me with music all the time, dude. He has not come at me one time about music, man. So, but I appreciate Big Stowe for that, man. Appreciate having you on, man. It's your boy Big Beezy, Dead and Hip Hop solo review. Check y'all out next time. Peace.